academic environment, I try to make my presentation through not just saying what ASIA did, but explaining how we work. And the main point for me is to try to show how it's difficult to work in Tibet and integrate tradition and innovation. In general, I mean, ASIA is working in different fields, but I will speak this evening only about the protection of Tibetan cultural identity. And for 20 years we have been working mostly in trying to build a school, a Tibetan school, and building college, either Burnpo or Buddhist college, restoring temples and mural, and publishing text. Also, we have been working quite a lot in doing training, and then obviously we are involved in all the activity that a humanitarian organization have to work in this kind of situation, like health, like emergency. For instance, we are now involved since April 2010 in the earthquake that nearly completely destroyed the town of Yushu. So to give you an idea very quickly, you know, this is how the Tibetans are still working, obviously facing a lot of problem with the Chinese new technology. And these are typical houses in East Tibet. In Tibet you can find the houses that have been built using stone or using wood, according to the material that is available in the area. And it's very interesting for us to see how the Tibetans are building the houses. Always you find houses facing south because you can get much heater from the south, and on the north side you never find windows. So before starting building, during these years we have been building 18 different boarding schools in nomadic area and more than 10 different hospitals, either in Western medicine or Tibetan medicine. So we try to understand how are the main features of the Tibetan architecture. And then we came now, after the Cultural Revolution, of what is the reinterpretation of the Tibetan style. So you see, this is the Sershul Gompa, and who is doing this kind of drawing is Chinese engineering using AutoCAD, and they are mostly using cement, iron, and not taking care about all the problems that you can find in such kind of climate, cold, altitude, etc., and especially how you can maintain all this building. If you go inside this kind of building in winter time, I mean, you can nearly die. And these are, you see, reinterpretation of how, I mean, they are now mixing the part of the ancient style and also using tiles coming from different other culture. These are example how temples are built using only concrete, not using at all wood, using plexiglass, using blue windows. And these are the new house. They are the technical body of the government they are preparing, but also if you look at this kind of building, they are only using concrete. The stone is only on the drawing, but then they are using mostly concrete and iron. So when we are working there, we have to face a different kind of problems. So the problem is how we can build a respecting environment, how, I mean, we can make building who are not losing energy, but they are saving energy. And also how, I mean, in general, I mean, we are building public buildings. So we are building school, we are building hospital. So how we can match the tradition and the innovation. And around Tibet, you can find a lot of the first picture up there, this is a school in Tangen in Zhonan prefecture. And most of the school have been built in this way. So when we came there, also there is a matter of saving money. So the point is we should destroy, we should build new, we should restore. And some of this building, you can see in the picture below, we cut the roof and then we use insulation material and we make a green house in front to collect more ether. And the new building we built, we face the building toward the south. So, and using also solar technique like the Trombe wall, and in this way the classroom and dormitories, we can use these classroom and dormitories without using coal that is expensive and also is polluting. So you see these are the drawing, and then you see that the new building facing south, the old building, we restore the old building. And this is an example of the Trombe wall. This is a wall facing south. It collects the ether of the sun, and then in the night you open the window and you make the air circulating inside. And also these are the corridor, the greenhouse we built in front of the old building to make to collect more energy. This is another school we built in 1997, but at that time we were not using solar technique, and this is a school, this is in Amdo, so, and then these are the student dorms, and this is another example. For instance, this building, this one and the other building were Chinese barrack in eastern part of Tibet, so we cut the roof and then we kept only the first floor and we built according to the traditional way using ponwa, the wood houses typical of East Tibet. And this is, for instance, a teacher building, and then this was the doctor's building. And this is another part. This is in Henan prefecture in Malo, and this was a stable for animals where the nomad were going to school. Then we built this first building, and then after in 2005 we built this other building there. You see, in some we are using earth to make walls, and this is another school in Raja in Gonjo, in Golo, and also this school is using all solar technique, and this is a school only for women, because in the nomadic area most of the school, most of the children enrolled were male, so we decided to make a special school only for women, and this is a very successful project. So these are other examples. You see, this is also we are using during the winter, during the night we are closing the window like this to avoid the dispersion of energy. And the same is with the health structure. This is in Korlondo in Derghe. This is how it was the Shan clinic. Then this is the clinic ongoing. And you see, I don't have the time to give technical explanation, but you see these are how we are using the solar energy to collect the solar energy within the building and to keep the solar energy. This is also in Gamto on the Yangtze River. This is a hospital where we have been working with Western doctor and with Tibetan doctor for many years. And this is in Chamdo prefecture. This was the clinic in Olu. Then this is the project. Here we have the clinic with the solar system, and behind the clinic we have the health training center, also using solar techniques. And then now we are coming to the colleges, and the colleges we have been building during this year's 13 college, either, without any kind of distinction, Nimapa, Kadyupa, Sakyapa, Bumpo, Gelupa. And so here the topic is the Bumpo, so I just give a very short overview about the College of Chumo in Trika zone in North Amdo. And I don't have the time to make the history of this monastery, but Chumo Topdang Wanchu, he asked us, he built this temple, and then he requested us to, also with the support of Lopen Tenzin Namda, to build a college. So here is during the beginning of the works with Chumo making right for the starting of the works. And this is the achievement. We built a classroom, we built rooms for the student, and still now we are working with them. So these are the plan. And obviously here was very difficult because we had a lot of discussion with Chumo regarding how we should build according to using traditional or using modern. And finally, this was the result. So if you see, this is an all solar wall, and the student inside the dorms and inside the classroom, they are not using any kind of heating system, and they are extremely happy about how the college is working. So you see, this is not a traditional, but also the fact that we are using computer and they are making different kind of training. So is a big problem for us to find the right solution between tradition and innovation. These are the classroom. This is Chumo, and one of the main teacher is Geshe coming from Dolanji, Geshe Zöpa. And also we start a long distance sponsorship program to support the student at this college. And then another example, this has been built according very traditional way in Cam, in Dergué, in Galentin. This is a college we built, and also the big problem is we use wood, and also this college one time burned up, so we were obliged also to rebuild. And just to give a final idea of the work that we are doing, also we are involved, and there is a book here that we just published on the restoration of mural painting, and these are the experts working in a small temple dating from La Lumpalgi d'Orgé. And we just finished the restoration because we started this in 2007, then 2008 riots started, then we were not allowed to go back in Dergué area, and then finally we decided to complete the work in 2010, and we went there also without permission to complete the work. So these are cleaning texts, I cannot speak much more about that. And finally, what is this? Finally, after 25 years of working, trying to find a solution between tradition and innovation, the only solution is the solar yak. Thank you.